Welcome back on the morning show here on Arise News.
Yes, joining us now is our in-house analyst, Kenna Kingsley, with stories trending around the world. Hi, Kenna.
Hi.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Happy Friday.
Good.
Thank God it's Friday, rather.
Yes, TGIF.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what's trending?
Okay, an alleged rape case involving the Breakfast Club host, Charlemagne the God, from 17 years ago was dragged in 2018. A woman accused him of dragging and raping her when she was just 15 years old. Charlemagne was cleared in the case as DNA evidence proved that he hadn't had sex with the young lady and all charges were dropped. Although he did plead guilty to giving the girl alcohol and was sentenced to probation. At the time of these claims, Charlemagne cooperated fully with the authorities, and after the investigation, the charges were dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I think that's good.
17 years ago.
I know, that's a long time.
You know,
So what brought this conversation up again? Because they didn't find any DNA then. So what's the issue now?
Well, all the tests proved that he didn't touch the girl, and that the only thing he actually did was give her alcohol, which he admitted to. And the fact that he cooperated fully with the authorities is actually a good one, because Charlemagne is someone that drags the bull by the horns. He's very controversial.
He's very opinionated.
Very opinionated.
But he actually served. He got probation time for that.
Yeah.
Or he was put on probation for
That's
actually
for
giving
alcohol,
a minor alcohol.
Yeah, but the fact that the rape case was dropped, which there's no proof that he touched the girl, it's actually good that his name was cleared, because it's been a mess.
Yeah. Someone just seemed to want to put this out there again.
Well, we're in the Me Too movement, and this is a Me Too generation, so everyone has to be really careful now.
Yeah, you have to really be careful. I don't think you should look at a girl, anyhow right now.
You just have to walk around with your eyeballs down and just...
They shouldn't catch you admiring any girl right now, I tell you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can, but just obviously keep your hands to yourselves.
Right.
Okay,
What else is trending?
Okay, so Stormy Daniels was arrested on 3 misdemeanor counts for illegally touching a patron while performing at a strip club in Columbus, Ohio. Her lawyer, Malcolm Avenatti, made this known in a series of tweets and believes the arrest is politically motivated. Ms. Daniel hit the headlines after she alleged she had been paid to keep quiet about her encounter with Mr. Trump in 2006 rather. He denies any wrongdoing. Mr. Avenatti told American media Ms. Daniel had not violated any American law. So, yeah.
Oh, gosh. She's in the news again. I mean,
well,
yeah, I don't know
how I
feel about this story. I'm not sure if it's really newsworthy. It wouldn't be newsworthy if she wasn't attached to Trump.
Yeah,
and I believe that case is over now, right?
Yeah, the fact that, she's attached to Trump, like you said, and she will be in the news for any little thing she does. Yeah. And she just be careful, even though, well, she was doing her job, rather, I don't know how to put it, because she's a stripper.
Yeah, well, it is a job, if you get paid for
yeah,
something,
if you get paid, so,
I
mean, they should just let her be, I guess.
So much attention.
Well, what's going on with the Real Housewives of New York?
Okay, so the Real Housewives of New York star Luann de Lesseps has been sued by her first husband and their 2 kids over a judgment in her divorce that they allege she didn't follow through on. According to the court documents, Luann breached a stipulation of settlement in her divorce by failing to create a trust for the benefit of her 2 children. Alexander, Victoria, and Noel are claiming Luann never created the trust and instead sold their residence in 2014 November for $8 million and used the earnings to purchase a home in Southampton, New York for $3.1 million.
That is feisty.
That's crazy. Her children are actually suing her as well.
Yeah, with
I understand the ex-husband, but your kids.
Definitely, that means you're actually doing something wrong. And the fact that she sold their home for $8 million and
well, what did she do with all that money? Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So and she didn't follow up with trust and and the thing is, the matrimonial home of she and her ex-husband, every proceeds or every earning from that home needs or should be focus, or should I say go to her kids, and which she didn't follow up on. So that's where the kids are mad that this is our house, because we're entitled to anything that comes out of it. So well,
let's see how that goes.
Yeah. What other stories are trending on social media?
Okay, so other stories you can check out on social media. So Simmons has been accused by yet another woman of sexual assault, bringing his total accusers to 19. Cops called to Bill Cosby's house on its first birthday. Neighbors said jazz music was too loud. Ex-NBA star Kevin Garnett's wife files for divorce after 14 years of marriage. And Yemi Alade has been trending on social media after she said there is no #1 artist in the Nigerian music industry.
Yeah, so let's start with the Yemi Alade story.
Yes.
So did you
I
actually...
knew you would start with that.
No, did you actually see the interview? It was a radio interview on Hot FM.
And she said a lot of stuff. She
Yeah,
said
she
a
did.
whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, she said, what she was basically alluding to is that there's no #1 artist because you shouldn't compare yourself to everyone, and everyone is almost fighting for this #1 spot that doesn't really exist because there's so many #1s.
Yeah.
And I know the radio host actually got in trouble for saying a few things about Tiwa Savage's
Right.
vocal range on stage,
Now, okay,
which
Alade's
sparked a lot of conversation.
Now, she started by saying the same number of people Wizkid and Davido will pull, she
At
can
the
pull
same-
it.
yeah.
That there's no one like in the music industry that everybody has their own fan and everybody like
Yeah.
is a star. Yeah, that's actually believable because in Africa, Yemi is like one of the biggest, if not the
Exactly.
biggest female artists. This lady has won everything in Africa.
No, but then also she's also big in francophone countries
Yes,
as
and
well.
even
So
France.
But
France,
I think as an entertainer, you have to be really careful on the type of things that you say, especially in the
Yeah.
public. You can't just say things like "there's no #1" and think that it's not going to trend on social media.
Well-
and I think that she's one of those women that have been in different types of controversies.
No, not really. She's
yeah,
not.
I think 2 years ago she had like an
She's-
issue with one of those French artists where she said something about her skin or like she doesn't know how to sing, and it was taken out of context.
Yeah, and this is
that's
being
the
taken
thing.
out of context
Of course,
as
so that's what I
well,
was
so-
saying.
But
Like you
what
have
she
to be
said
really
actually,
careful.
if you look at it, if you look at what she said actually, it's actually a bit true because
Yeah.
everybody's good in their own field. Like you can't say,
Exactly.
you know, you're #1 like in Nigeria because your music is different from the other person. So
Right.
you have your fans and you have your crowd, and yes, I think what she said is actually okay. Now the other one that was causing a lot of controversy was the statement from the OEP about
Yes,
her
about Tiwa
range
Savage.
and Tiwa Savage range. Now there are two different musicians, two different voice textures, and people took it out of context. Now the OEP said that Tiwa's live performances are not so good like her recordings.
No, she said, no, I can quote, she said that she was shouting.
She shouted.
That she
like-
shouts
yes,
on
that
stage
she went for
when
an
she
event.
performs.
She went for an event. She went for an event, and Tiwa was shouting, and she has seen Yemi perform, and her range, like even in live shows, live performances with live bands, like it's actually clear, and you can actually hear what she sings. While Tiwa, on the other hand, like shouts a bit. Now, she didn't really condemn Tiwa like as Tiwa is a bad musician. She
I
just
don't know
said,
how bad it gets when you say that when somebody is performing and what they do
I
is just
said,
shout.
right.
well, fans will come for you definitely, no matter
Yeah.
what
Well,
you say.
like I said, you have to be really careful
yeah,
with
very
things that
careful.
you say. You
Very,
can't
very
just,
careful.
yeah.
All right, and Russell Simmons, 19 women.
19 women. Yeah, he like the whole Me Too movement, the period when Weinstein was trending, he too was accused like of touching a woman. Then it was just 3 women. Now it's 19. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's
That's a
sad.
lot.
That's sad. All these men with these great legacies that are going to be tainted with
I tell you,
such
I tell you.
allegations and accusations.
It's crazy.
Well,
Then Kevin Garnett, on the other hand, his marriage is about to, hit the rocks. The wife filed for divorce. Reasons unknown, and they have like 2 kids together. And it's crazy because he just retired from the NBA like 2 years ago. And when you retire, you like hoping to spend the rest of your life with your family and just live a happy one. And now it's about to, come to an end. I really don't know how to. I just hope like they sort things out if it could be sorted. Because there is no reason yet, like she has come out to claim that maybe he abused her or did anything. Nobody knows why she's filing for divorce, but yeah, it's up there.
all right, well, tell us what's our photo of the day.
Okay, so our photo of the day is a picture of Drake and Nigerian superstar Wizkid at Scorpion album London party, which Drake threw to celebrate the success of his new album. Now, you know why I picked this photo? Because in the past, a lot of people have been saying that Wizkid has not met Drake before. Like even their song "Come Closer," it was like a phone, over the phone and all that. Like they've never actually, should I say, seen each other like face to face. And yeah, this is both of them having fun and yeah, celebrating the Scorpion album.
Yeah, he
So-
actually just posted this. Like, it's funny. This picture, he posted it, then he deleted it 5 minutes later because I liked it and I was about to comment and I couldn't find it again. Then he reposted it, so I'm happy he actually reposted
Yeah,
it.
and
Yeah, but
it's-
this is with Giggs, Drake, and what's his name again? Oh, what's his name? He's a
Drake-
UK rapper.
Is this Skepta or J
No.
it's Skepta,
I've forgotten his name. This is really bad. But yeah, these are all like big.
Okay.
It's a big US act and big guys from the UK.
And it's
So shout
just
out to
crazy
him.
that, Drake, well, I actually like the fact that he came to London for the whole Scorpion, party, because you remember the Wireless concert last weekend, right? That Khalid cancelled.
Yeah.
And he just, came to save the day. And from there, through his party. And yeah, This is Africa to the world, like in terms of Wizkid
Oh,
and
I'm
Drake.
so upset I can't remember the other guy's name.
Don't worry,
I'm
it'll
gonna
come
go
to
Google
you.
it now.
It'll come to you.
Later, I'll talk
Thanks,
about this.
McKenna.
Thank you.
Before we head to break, let's go live to Moscow, where the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, is speaking ahead of the 2018 World Cup finals this weekend. Let's take a look.
You know, Rob, I think there are many injustices in the world, generally. There are many things that in the world are not working as citizens of the world would like that they work. There are many things that we would like to change in the world. There are many things that we are not happy that happen in the world, not in one country, not in one region, not in one area, but in the entire world. And of course we have all to try to work, to do, to speak, to make things change for the good, wherever we can. But here we are at the World Cup. We are focusing on football. We are focusing on celebrating football. And actually I think that one of the things that we are missing in the world more and more is the capacity to speak to each other, to have a dialogue. And I think that's the basis to solve some of these issues. If there is no dialogue, if there is no discussion, if there is no, not even understanding, but at least, you know, a little bit of respect, then we cannot go anywhere. And if football and the World Cup can contribute to open some channels, to open some discussions, to help those who have to take the important decisions for our world to at least, you know, start to speak to each other and to realize that there are people, human beings living everywhere in the world, some in better, others in worse conditions, then, you know, I think we have done already something. We've given already a contribution. That's what football is about. Football cannot solve all the problems in the world. Football cannot change the past, but football can have an impact in the future. And maybe some people who are taking important decisions for our planet could take, you know, some, not advice, but at least look into what we are trying to do in football and maybe take some inspiration of some of it to try at least to address these issues, because we have to look forward, learning from what has happened without denying what has happened, of course,